Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games. Today I'm playing Monster Train. At this point in my playthrough of Monster Train, I have 3 more cards to Divinity Master, and that's what we're focusing on. Now, in order to focus on that, I'm going to be playing as the Wurmkin, because I've got 1 Hellhorned unit and 2 Wurmkin units left to Divinity Master. So, we're playing as Wurmkin and Stygian Guard. We've never played Exiled, and the Echo Right does not have the crown for this combination. So, that's what we'll be playing with. I do have a win streak of 0 now. Unfortunately, I had a run where Glugsider was in my deck, and I got all the way to the Last Divinity and died. So, I was very close to mastering a new card, and I didn't get there. But let's try again. We've got Seraph the Temperant, sap 3 unfriendly units, but otherwise, you're not that bad. Starting with 2 Bounding Echoes, which is a little bit strange. Don't like 2 of those that much. Ice Tornadoes I like. Force Contamination can be good. I don't know about that starting deck. It's a little bit weird. So, do we get the Marsh Lord? Because that would help if we got Bog Deep Cocoon. I think we do. Alright, the Marsh Lord. So, spell cards with Consume could have a 50% chance to be discarded. That's not great, because, for one, Etch only triggers when a card is consumed. And then Bounding Echoes are not things that we want to not consume. So it's not that great with what we have, so I'm going to take Capricious Reflection. Oh, Notice Stone or Bog Slime. Those are both excellent. Those are both excellent. Oh man, which one do we take? I think we take Bog Slime. Alright. So consume cards are great at hatching eggs. I'm going to turn this on. Consume Consume cards are great at hatching eggs. That's what we know. You can be played right here. Maybe we should play a Train Steward first, so that Train Steward dies. You know what? Sure. Train Steward first, Echo Right, and then we kill one of these so that it doesn't get to the pipe. Alright. So, we got 3 damage on the first turn because of the trial. Bounding Echoes is nice to play at the top. That is causing this egg to hatch faster. We want to play the Ice Tornado at the top to just kill some things. Hopefully the Collector as well. We could play another Train Steward at the top. Or we could play... Let's play Ice Tornado. No, the Collector survived? Of all the things. Alright. Now we're going to play a Foregone Power somewhere. Let's play one here. Ooh, and we get to play one at the bottom. Okay. I wanted to kill the Collector. How bad. Alright, you've not hatched yet, but you'll hatch at the end of this turn. So let's play Echo Break, so none of these make it to the top. And then Foregone Power, hope not to discard Ice Tornado. Oh, hope achieved. I think we play the Ice Tornado at the top. Actually, you only take 8 damage. We could play the Ice Tornado at the bottom. Or we could hold on to it for a future turn, but that's not going to happen when we've got Foregone Powers. Let's play an Ice Tornado at the bottom. Oh, it killed all of those guys. You know, great, because I'd be happy to play a couple of foregone powers on you. Well, we play Bounding Echoes. We play the Weight of Contrition. We play the rest of these cards as well. Echo Break goes here. Train Steward can't fit at the top, so it goes here. And then Foregone Power to give you even more Frostbite. Okay, we are winning, so let's get rid of that and click Enter. We took 3 damage on the Pyre because of the Trial. And we did not kill the Collector because of bad luck. Broken Memories. Broken Memories is kind of cool. I don't want a Bounding Echoes with with an Eternal Stone in it. Broken Memories with the Freestone is nice. Don't really want Proclamation, which consumes. Okay, Broken Memories. A Crypt Builder that consumes is just kind of bad. A Mollusk Mage might be pretty good. I'm going to really consider Mollusk Mage. It has a Heartstone, but we may also sacrifice the Mollusk Mage to something. Or we could get the Titan's Gratitude because it's a nice one, but I'd rather do it when it has something other than a Freestone. Let's take the Mollusk Mage. I like my Mollusk Mages. Now, we really hope for Bog Deep Cocoon in there. Endless. That might help me make a choice. True Stone and Twin Stone. True Stone could go on Ice Tornado. So, Wurmkin Banner. They both have Immortal Stones already. I don't like either of those with Immortal Stones. Those are terrible stones on those two. I think I'm going to have to skip. I mean, we could take this one to sacrifice it, because it has a good sacrifice. Fine, we'll take it to sacrifice. Which means we're not going to put any stones. For one, we're not going to put an Immortal Stone on a Mollusk Mage, are we? We might, actually. Actually, I like that. Immortal Stone on Mollusk Mage. We can purge a Train Steward, which I'm happy to do. And we can get a True Stone to put on an Ice Tornado. And then we're done. Alright. Don't know how I felt about those upgrades so far. Ooh, we need the unit drafts. More chances of getting something to Divinity Master. The Keeper of Echoes. We could put it at the bottom if we want. Or we could put it at the top. I don't mind putting it at the bottom. So, how about we do this up here, this down here. We kill the middle one. And then a Foregone Power on you is not super special. So I'm going to do that to just be able to hatch the egg a little faster. Collector is getting defeated. Huzzah. We've got 2 Bounding Echoes, which is a little bit strange, but we do get to get rid of 2 Shell, and we get a whole bunch of Echoes, because we've got Bogs on. So do we care about Force Contamination? We could play a Train Steward at the bottom, and then do Force Contamination on this one. The problem is that you die quickly, or not quickly, but before you get to attack. And the only way to stop that is if you get a lot more health than you have. Alright, we're still going to do these things down here. So Train Steward, do you go in front or behind? Because this one just comes back. So I guess we put the Train Steward behind. Because we just want to play this guy again. Forced Contamination on you, and a Foregone Power on you. Alright, so now the Train Steward does more damage and has more health. As well as our Endless unit, for that matter. The Endless unit does keep those stat chains. Do we put you in the middle this time? Maybe. At the top, if we played enough that these kill that one, then we would also kill this one with the Echo Right. So you guys need to deal 24 damage. So I need to get 2 Echoes, which we can do with just this card. We'll get that Bounding Echoes back. Alright, so now those at the top die. We're going to put you in the center. In the center with the Train Steward. And I'm doing this because I want this one to die, right? I do want that one to die. Otherwise, it'd be better to put this guy at the bottom. But we want this one to die. If we put the Train Steward in front, would we still defeat the front one? And then you would take very little damage. Sure. There. So we can play a Bounding Echoes to get Echoes. I mainly want that here, I guess. The Echo Break at the bottom is nice, but we want to play Ice Tornado, right? And I don't know how much I care about the Bogfly at the top. Let's not care too much about the Bogfly. Ooh, you're still alive. How interesting. Alright, well, the middle floor I hope is going to do well. We finally got our Mollusk Mage. Too late to play an Ice Tornado here, though. But we can play the Mollusk Mage in front, and then we can play a couple of Echo Breaks. One... Should we put both of them on the main guy because they do so much damage, or should we kill you? Let's kill you two. Okay. Now we easily win at the top. Not to mention we get our Mollusk Mage back. But we're just going to play Ice Tornado. So, do we get something to Divinity Master? Well, we have to wait through these first. Infused, Attuned, Extract 2 with Holdover. That could be amazing. The fact that it's infused makes it a lot better than if it weren't infused. I like that. It gets so much better with my Mollusk Mage, too. Alright, let's take that one. An Offering Token with Holdover. Or an Energy Siphon with Double Stack. Spell Weakness 2 to an enemy. It's not bad to put Spell Weakness 2 on an enemy. I don't really want another Ice Tornado. I don't think I want an Offering Token with Holdover. I mean, we already have... We don't have any Offering cards. Yeah, let's just not worry about the Offering Token. So it's just the Energy Siphon or Skip. Take the Energy Siphon. Alright, nothing here that we could Divinity Master, but the Titan Sentry that's infused as some attack is fine. It's fine. I don't really want another Bog Chrysalis, I think. Not really. So we could take the Titan Sentry and we could sacrifice one of the weird things that we have to it. Like the Keeper of Echoes. We could sacrifice the Keeper of Echoes to a Titan Sentry. I would do that. Now, we can't Divinity Master a Stygian unit, so we have to wait until next ring to hope to get another mastery. Or another card to master, I mean. Merchant of Steel? I don't think I want it this ring. And I would like an artifact. Stygian unit, we could think about taking one to sacrifice. Let's go the Concealed Caverns first. Oh my. Cave of a Thousand Eyes. I always lose pyre health. 5 pyre health. 10 pyre health. Sketches. Now that makes things a little bit different, doesn't it? Makes these two a little bit more strange, but it makes the Keeper of Echoes actually wonderful to keep. Alright. Alright, well, now we kind of want more units than less. Fine. Let's take Stygian Guard then. We get a Nameless Siren with a large stone. Excellent thing to take when you have sketches. Okay. We really want to get rid of our Train Stewards now, more than we did before. Purge Stone and Twin Stone. Would we want something to have a Twin Stone? I think the answer is no. It could be Proclamation, but we would have to have enough echoes to do that. Do we Twin Stone the Proclamation? I think I'd rather have an Extreme Stone in the Proclamation than a Twin Stone. Volatile Gauge or Guild Marker. Volatile Gauge makes those zero-cost cards a lot worse. It makes the Energy Siphon with a Stack Stone in it particularly bad. Makes the Proclamation worse? Yeah, we don't want that. Alright, even though you draw 3 cards, we don't want you. We want the Guild Marker. Do we sacrifice a unit? The Mollusk Mage, we want to have your ability. Your Immortal Stone was very interesting before we got Sketches of Salvation. The Nameless Siren has a large stone in it, so we kind of want to keep you. And then we want to keep the Keeper of Echoes. So the one that we might want to sacrifice is the Titan Sentry. It would go well on Nameless Siren, I guess? If we were to sacrifice it. Certainly thinking about sacrificing it. Let's do so. So we sacrifice the Titan Sentry to the Nameless Siren. Or the Mollusk Mage. Both of them are kind of fine. The Mollusk Mage is kind of fun because it has Endless. So if it dies, we can play it somewhere else and get the Frostbite again. But the Nameless Siren is nice too. I don't know. Let's do the Nameless Siren. Okay. And let's move on. We really want something to Divinity Master now. And our choice about our champion is now so much worse. Our champion is kind of dumb now that we have sketches. So we play our dumb champion. Do we play our dumb champion at the top or the bottom? I think we still play it at the top. But how much do we... invest in hatching that egg? Not much, I think. Let's kill one of these. Let's kill the next one as well. So we have Incant and Inspire triggers in the center, which we want to do a lot of if we can, if it makes any sense. Bounding Echoes helps with that. It would also Inspire, but we could do it up here to also remove an egg. A shell, I think, is what I meant to say. Let's do the Energy Siphon on the boss for the future. Let's do... I don't really want to discard the Ice Tornado. So let's just do the Echo Break. Echo Break against one of these. Alright, good amount of Incant happening here. And then we click on turn. Ice Tornado we almost certainly play next turn in the middle. Bounding Echoes could go at the top. Sure. We're going to maybe hatch you. We're going to play the Ice Tornado in the center. Yep. Ice Tornado in the center. We could play the Proclamation at the top. It would use the spell weakness to do 150 damage to the boss, which is not bad. And it would have Holdover, which is not bad. It means that our egg is not hatching as fast. But we did 150 damage. And then we're going to play this here for the Inspire and Incant. I don't like my Keeper of Echoes being in the front there, obviously. Alright, the Mollusk Mage. The Mollusk Mage we like to play. We don't really mind if it dies, because it has Endless. I guess we kind of want it at the top in a future turn. But we'll play it at the bottom this turn, because it's going to not die. I guess we played at the top. Alright, we played at the top. We do have a Haste Giver right there. Although I don't know if we're going to kill that Haste Giver. If we kill the Haste Giver, those go to the center. Would we rather have them go to the top? I don't know. Let's kill one of these. And then consider killing another one, either the Haste Giver or one of these. I think we'll just kill one of these. Alright. This time we kind of want to kill the Haste Giver. At the bottom. Return a Consume spell, which would be Bounding Echoes. I don't mind having a Bounding Echoes next turn. And now you're going to hatch, which is nice. Proclamation we could play in the center. Foregone Power is annoying. We could play the Proclamation at the bottom. Can't kill this Haste Giver now. So we play the Proclamation and a Foregone Power. And actually the Proclamation kills you, so let's just play this Foregone Power here. You die this turn, can't save. But to be fair, I think we already have enough to win in the center. Oh, right, you have Endless. I mean, we could put you at the bottom. We have enough... We actually have enough to play you at the bottom, so... We play Bounding Echoes first. Let's do that up here so that those guys have more attack and we kill both of those. Then we play Keeper of Echoes down here. We play a Proclamation at the top. We don't need to, though, so maybe we play it at the bottom? Sure. Play this first, though. Proclamation. And foregone power. Alright. I do like having that proclamation at the turn. We just need an extreme stone. We can't play you again, we don't have the space. We can play Energy Siphon on the boss before or after we play Proclamation. We're already winning, so we're going to do it before so we win just a little bit faster. Alright, not bad. Get something to Divinity Master, though. We really want that. Infused, consume double stack. Huh. Apply 8 reap to all the enemy units. Or we could take this, which removes 3 shell from eggs, and it has permafrost. If we get an egg unit, this would be amazing. If we don't, this would be dumb. We could take Eternal Kinstone. Eternal Kinstone is kind of nice. I'm going to take it. It's a kind of a weird choice. No, we don't have anything to Divinity Master here. We do have another Keeper of Echoes, though, which is great. And then, we don't need more space, obviously. We just need more card draw and more Ember. We're going to go for card draw for now. We may take Ember next time. Alright, we need something to Divinity Master, or else we have no more chances. So let's try for it. Beacon here. Keepstone, Powerstone, Emberstone. Surgestone, Twinstone. Okay, well, let's see if we get something. We did not. How upsetting. Well, we could keep playing this one because it is kind of a fun one. If we got something here, the point would be to sacrifice it. Which I'm happy to do. Because we've got 4 units there. And we've got one that's good to sacrifice. Right here. That one... This one. This one is good to sacrifice. So. Upgrade the champion. The Marsh Lord 2 or the Shell Smith? Both of them are really pointless. I guess we're going to take Marsh Lord 2. And then... we know we're going to sacrifice in the Divine Temple. Let's do that first. So we're sacrificing the Shard Silk Carver onto one of the Keeper of Echoes. We're going to keep both of them at this point. I guess we'll do it on this one, the ones that's not endless. And then we probably stop taking pack shards right now. And the Merchant of Magic. Actually, what else is here? Yeah, we stop taking pack shards right now. Merchant of Magic. Holdover on Energy Siphon? So that we Energy Siphon Proclamation every turn? That's kind of cool. I want it. That seems like a kind of cool combination. We could put a Power Stone on this Ice Tornado, which I will do. The other Ice Tornado is not as great. I want to Emberstone and I want to remove a card. Emberstone on this Ice Tornado? Sure. And then remove a Train Steward, because we really need to get rid of these now that we've got a Sketches run. Okay, well, I'm sad that we didn't get anything to Divinity Master, but let's see if we can just get the crown, I guess. Because I've got a fun run ahead of me. Mark of Invasion. It's kind of annoying, actually. For the top, at least. I'm gonna take it, just because I want the money. Ooh, we got a good one in front. One that has a lot of health. Although, we got 2 Train Stewards. How sad. We can play the Nameless Siren and the Echo right at the top. That would mean the Mollusk Mage could only go at the bottom. Yeah, that is the way of it. I guess we're gonna do that. So, Nameless Siren goes up here. And then we play the Echo Right in front, because we don't care about Echo Right as much as we care about the Nameless Siren. Although the Nameless Siren has the Frostbite. So I could have considered that a different way. Let's play the Mollusk Mage at the bottom. Just to get it out there. It'll die, that's fine. We'll play it again. And then let's do a little bit of incanting here. Collector dies easily. We've got an Eternal Kinstone, which we can play at the top so that you definitely hatch. Sure. And it's good when you hatch, I guess. Then the Mollusk Mage at the bottom. And then we could incant in the center or inspire in the center. Or we can kill this one right now. I'm going to kill this one right now. This one is going to be annoying at the top, too. Because I think you might kill my egg. Do you kill the egg? You currently kill the egg. We could play the Ice Tornado at the top so that you might not kill the egg. Even though it does more damage at the bottom. I think that's the way. Great, you don't kill the egg anymore. Next. Proclamation at the bottom does 100 damage. In the middle it only does 50. We probably want to play Force Contamination in the middle. So let's play Proclamation here. We'll get it back next turn. Let's play Echo Break on you. Let's play the Forced Contamination, so we deal you more damage. And then let's play a Foregone Power, so we deal you more damage and you have some frost. Oh, and we have another Foregone Power. Great. Now we're definitely going to kill that guy. We've got Proclamation again, we've got the Energy Siphon as well. And we've got a Bounding Echo. So let's play the Bounding Echoes at the top, so this egg hatches a little bit faster. We could also play the Broken Memories at the top. I'm going to do that too. Now the egg hatches this turn. We could play the Proclamation here with an Energy Siphon. Or we could play the Proclamation here because it kills that one. Either way, we're going to play Echo Break here. Proclamation kills this one at the bottom. And then we could Energy Siphon this one, so it would kill it the following turn or something. Or we could Energy Siphon Proclamation to kill this one. I mean, I kind of like that more because then we get more of your Inspires. And then a Foregone Power is kind of bad at the bottom, so let's just get more Inspires. And oh no, our Mollusk Mage dies again. We'll have to play it again. We can Bounding Echoes it though. So, I'm going to play this Consume card up here, just because this one you would gain health. Although I guess that doesn't matter much. I don't know. Play the Mollusk Mage. Let's play the Energy Siphon on you. Let's play a Proclamation. Let's play a Bounding Echoes and a Foregone Power. so that our guys are big and strong. Now, we get to do Energy Siphon Proclamation, which is going to do a lot of damage. You do 100, but it's multiplied by 3. Damn. Alright. The melee weakness is not going to do much. Well, I guess we don't hit you with that, so it will do something. Let's add... Eternal Pinstone? What's the point? Let's add that up here. We at least get the enchant. And then Foregone Power, Foregone Power. So I think at this point, even if our minions didn't attack, we could kill with Energy Siphon Proclamation 2 turns in a row. Alright, crush that boss. And we got the Trial Stones. Huzzah. Surge Stone on Revenge of the Damned. Do we want that? Do we want a Soul Siphon that doesn't have Consume? I think we want none of these. Drain applies Sap 3 as Holdover. The Guardian Stone is great to sacrifice. How many things do we have left to sacrifice to? We can sacrifice something to that Keeper of Echoes. So I will take this. Guardian Stone is great to sacrifice. It does give -5 attack. But the armor to friendly units is so valuable with Sketches of Salvation. Okay, we want to remove cards, definitely. Do we want the Merchant of Steel that much? We also want the Merchant of Steel. So we're going to the right. Even though going to the left looks cool. Going to the right. We're going to remove 2 Train Stewards. Now, once we do one more sacrifice, we'll have exactly 4 minions. Let's peek in here. Another large stone, that's excellent. There's stuff that affects my pyre, or there's something that helps me? Let's do the thing that helps me. So, large stone. Definitely. Do we put that on that Keeper of Echoes? I think we do. Okay. That Keeper of Echoes is amazing. Let's reroll. Multi-strike. Excellent. Multi-strike goes really well on you because you get rage. So let's put that multi-strike on you. And then I kind of like just a simple runestone on you. Even though you have endless. Let's think about where else we're going to go in the future. We're probably going to go this way next time. And we might go this way that time too. So we may not get another Merchant of Steel, or we might get one at the very end. So maybe we should do this now. Let's get the runestone. Runestone on you. Just in case you end up in the front. And then we could purge a card, but I don't think I'm going to spend that money that way right now. Alright, Sower of Sorrow. You've got Sweep, which is annoying. Spell Shield 2. That hurts so many of my spells. I want to turn it on, but I don't think I should. I want to turn it on because the center is probably where we're going to kill everything anyway. And so why do we care about Spell Shield? Let's turn it on. Just because my minions are strong in the center. Alright, which minions do we get in the center anyway? the Guardian Stone in front. Interesting. And the big one is not in the center. And the big one can't go at the top, so it's got to go at the bottom. Alright, you're going here. Echo Right goes at the top. I don't know what we're doing with Echo Right exactly. And then we get so much from playing this in the center that I don't think we even play it at the top anymore. even though your shell would go away. I think we play this in the center because we get so much armor and everything for playing these things in the center now. And we don't want to play this here, so we're playing it here just to affect you, I guess. And then a Foregone Power. We get so much in the center for playing that. Alright, let's beef up our center. A Collector. Well, we can play Bounding Echoes at the top or in the center, because it helps in the center a lot too. I'm going to play the Eternal Kinstone up there. Eternal Kinstone goes up here. Alright, now... Force Contamination is pretty weird when we've got you in front, so I think we might play that at the bottom instead. And then Foregone Power, and unfortunately no other Foregone Power. You're dying from what? Does something kill you somehow? Oh, because... Nope. I don't know how you're dying. We're gonna have to watch that. Oh, Frostbite. Because he had Sweep, he hit the one and gave themselves Frostbite. That's hilarious. So I kind of want to play Energy Siphon and this Ice Tornado, which makes it so that we'll never be able to play this Ice Tornado. And this is the better Ice Tornado. And the Energy Siphon is not that important when everything has Spell Shield. So I think we're just going to play this Ice Tornado. Or not. Or we just play a lot of other spells. Let's play this Ice Tornado in the center. And then we can play a Foregone Power in the center as well. Beef up the guys in the center. So, Proclamation is kind of nice, except that they have Spell Shield. We're still going to play it, though. Let's play the Bounding Echoes up here, because that does double for you. Alright. We spent a little bit on our top guy. Let's play the Ice Tornado first. Since we're going to play it this time, play it first. And then we play an Echo Break on you to get rid of your Spell Shield, and then we play a Proclamation. And now we just have to play one more thing, and you die too. So, should I be scared about the center? No, we're just going to play Ice Tornado in the center. Great. Now, do we play Proclamation in the center? Of course we do. We want to play it every turn, right? And then Eternal Kinstone. We don't have to play it at the top because you're already doing your thing. Let's play it here. Foregone Power. And my guys in the center are pretty big. My guy at the top is pretty small in comparison. So we could play the Energy Siphon and the Proclamation this turn. Do we play Echo Breaks? Alright, I have some weird things that I'm planning to do this turn. We are not going to take all of the Spell Shield and hit with Proclamation. We're going to have more Energy Siphon instead, right? Yeah, so we're going to do Echo Break, Proclamation, and then Energy Siphon, and then Force Contamination. Why not? Okay, so now next turn we get to do a Spell Weakness 2 and a Proclamation. And that might just kill on its own. Not quite. It does 500 damage though. And then we win. Let's click enter. Unearthed Remains is kind of fun. Soul Crushing Guilt is probably really nice for bosses. Okay. Take Soul Crushing Guilt. Urchin Spines. Applies Spell Weakness 4 to all the enemy units. It's not terrible. It's good for bosses. I don't think I want it though. What about Harness the Titan? Permafrost on Harness the Titan is nice. We really just have the Ice Tornadoes and the Proclamation that it would benefit though. I don't think that's worth a whole other card in the deck. So, probably want to go right because we want to remove more cards. Let's go this way. Let's take an artifact first. Ooh. I mean, it's not the right place though. So I might take Cleansing Water anyway, just because Cleansing Water is helpful overall. And it goes with my Sinner's Salve, you know? Get 2 of those right there in a row. That's kind of cool. So, what are we removing these days? I would like to remove Foregone Powers. The Echo Breaks are not great either. Let's do one of each. One of each of the starting cards. And then, are we going to duplicate anything? I mean, we could duplicate Energy Siphon, so we could do Energy Siphon, and then Proclamation every turn. I mean, it sounds fun. It sounds fun enough that I'm going to do it. We may not do that all the time, though. Ooh, Looming Dark Shard we do not like. Shattering Dark Shard is not so bad. Alright. We had the smaller one of these, the one with Endless, show up. I kinda don't want to play it, because I don't want to draw it again next turn. We could play it at the top, though. Yeah, playing it at the top is worth it. Okay. And then we don't want to play Energy Siphon at the bottom. We don't want to play it anywhere else. We're just playing Foregone Powers. And we should do that in the center, to beef up the center. Okay, well, that was not a great first turn. Except for the fact that we have 4 minions in the center that were all automatically played. That's pretty good. Bounding Echoes is nice this turn. We could play it at the top. And I'd also play the Eternal Kinstone at the top. Alright, the rest of these are going in the center though. So, Echo Break kills you, so we take a lot less damage. Ooh, Soul Crushing Guilt should go at the top too, shouldn't it? The Extract 3 is kind of annoying, but the Day 6 is really nice on the boss. Okay. All we have to do is play that Day 6 on the boss one more time, and the boss would be Days for the final chip. The, whatever it's called, the Relentless Phase. I dislike the Looming Dark Shard in the center. So we can play Energy Siphon here. And then play a Proclamation. That almost kills you. We can play a Broken Memories at the top to put Bounding Echoes there. And then we still don't want to play anything in the center. I'm very sad that you're taking so much damage and we can't really prevent it. Let's just play a Foregone Power. Discarded the Ice Tornado, how sad. I don't know when we're going to play our Ice Tornadoes though. Because the main problem with them is they are so expensive. And I have so many expensive things in the deck anyway. Or so much things that I want to spend my Ember on. Bounding Echoes we could play anywhere. Let's play that... Ooh, you already hatched at the top. Great. Play that here then. Make these guys better. Let's play... We could play the Ice Tornado this time. Or we could play these two, which would kill those two anyway. Right. We could play an Energy Siphon and a Proclamation at the bottom to deal damage to you. I think it's worth it. So, we've got a Bounding Echoes. We don't want to play it at the top, so we're going to play it here. We want to play Energy Siphon on something. We could play it on you and kill you. Sure. And then we want to play the Ice Tornado in the center. Huzzah! We play Ice Tornado. And a Foregone Power. Alright. You're only scratching her armor. I mean, totally destroying her armor? I guess that's a little bit more than a scratch. But to be fair, she was not wearing too much armor. I see soul-crushing guilt that we're totally going to play on the boss. Alright. Let's do that. Proclamation almost kills you straight out. So that could be a reason that we play Energy Siphon on the boss instead. You're a problem that I don't know how to solve right now. Maybe we Energy Siphon you and Proclamation you so that you can be solved the next turn. Okay. We've got Proclamation that we're not going to play at the bottom. Oh man, this turn is a weird turn. We want to play Energy Siphon Proclamation so we can play it next turn. So we're going to do that. And then Echo Break is not going to be played. Alright, bad turn. Really don't like those Looming Dark shards. So, you have 2 Spell Shield. We can take that out. And we should. So a Proclamation first, and then an Echo Break. And then we can play both of these Energy Siphons on the boss for next turn. So next turn is going to be real simple. We'll play these two here. Alright, so next turn is going to be Energy Siphon, and then Proclamation. Energy Siphon, Proclamation. 100 times 9, 900 damage. Great. And then we can play the rest of these two if we really want to. And I kind of do. Oh, alright. Well, you're dazed 5. The boss is also dazed 5, remember? Perfect Insanity. It has Holdover, which is weird, but I like Perfect Insanity. It's Infused, and we do generate kind of a lot of echoes. I'm going to take it. And then Herzl's Compound again, I think. The Ice Tornadoes are not doing great things for us right now, but let's see if we can make them a little bit better. Also, do we still have to sacrifice a unit? Or did we do all that? We still have to sacrifice a unit. When is that going to happen? Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't. We need to remove a unit. Because we got one, and we didn't have any more ways to sacrifice units when we got it. Whoops. Alright, we're going to have to remove a unit. What unit do we remove, though? Huh. Let's do this first. The Marsh Lord 3 gets us a Bog Deep Cocoon that we cannot master because we don't have it in the deck. Or we could do the Repeater, which means for as long as you survive, you get back Consume spells. I mean, that's probably better than just a random Bog Deep Cocoon, so let's take it. You're not going to survive very long, granted, but still. What are we going to remove? We could remove the Guardian Stone, because the Keeper of Echoes are better than the Guardian Stone. We don't want to remove the Mollusk Mage, and we definitely don't want to remove the Nameless Siren, so I think we get rid of the Guardian Stone. I'm sorry I took you. I took you for a reason that was a good reason that I didn't fully think through about how it's actually a bad reason. Do we need 2 Bounding Echoes anymore? I say no. Do we need Echo Breaks and Foregone Powers? I also say no, but let's get rid of a Bounding Echoes. And then, Eternal Stone is not what we want. Our Stone. We could put on that Ice Tornado. Maybe. It's so small. We don't get another way to make this thing better either. Oh no. Alright, the Power Stone is definitely going on the Proclamation, because the Proclamation is not going to get any better than it is unless we put these normal stones in. Keep thinking there's more temples, and there's not. There's not more temples. We're going to get our last pack shards there at the Divine Horde. Ember Stones are good on stuff. Do we want it on Soul Crushing Guilt? I mean, that's the only thing you'd put on it. And then I don't really want to re-roll because I want my money for more artifacts next ring. Let's go. Mark of Invasion. You know, I'm going to take it because it's not that bad. It does deal damage to my front units. The front unit is the one that has 103 health. Okay. It's not that bad. Echo Right is going to go at the top. Echo right now gets back Broken Memories, by the way. And then, as much as we want to kill more of you, we might just take the 20 damage on our Pyre. We definitely want to make the things in the middle better. Yeah. Alright. Let's do this. Let's make the things in the middle better. The Foregone Powers in the middle or the bottom don't really do much of anything. Alright, let's just play them in the middle, because, well, we get the Inspires and Incants in the middle. So because we took the trial, we got a bunch of damage on the first turn in the center. 40 damage in the center, 20 damage at the top, and 20 damage on our fire. That was the cost of the 400 gold that we just took. I think that's a fair cost. Eternal Kinstone I want to play at the top, so that you definitely hatch. We can play a couple of Energy Siphons. We can play an Echo Break on the back one. Maybe we play only one energy siphon so that we kill this one. And then we play an energy siphon on that one so that if we draw the right thing next turn, we can kill you. And then in theory, we still kill the front one this turn if we play enough cards. We do. Great. Okay. We have a proclamation that we could play at the top to deal to just kill, which is nice. In the middle, I want you to die. We could do that with a Perfect Insanity, actually. Our cards in the middle are quite good. Let's do some things in the middle. Echo Break. Perfect Insanity. Proclamation at the top to kill you. You are dealing 1 damage, so what do we care? We can play Bounding Echoes on either floor. Let's play it in the center. We care more about the center, even though it would take off 2 of your shell. I mean, I care so much more about the center, so we're just going to play these things in the center. And then an Energy Siphon we could play on you in the center, which is fine. We're just making our guys better. We have a Bounding Echoes. We'll play that at the top first. And then we'll play these other things, like a Broken Memories. Broken Memories goes here. I want to play an Ice Tornado this turn, so we will. Ooh, if we play Perfect Insanity and then Ice Tornado, we kill all of them in the center. How about that? Perfect Insanity, Ice Tornado. And then you're not taking any more damage. Days 6 we don't really care about. We can't play this Energy Siphon now, but we can play a Proclamation at the bottom, or we could play it in the center if we're crazy. I mean, it's not that crazy. Let's get all the Inspires and stuff. And then we're done. Alright, I think we get Perfect Insanity again, but we can't play it this time. Which is fine. We don't need to play it every turn. Bounding Echoes. Let's just hatch this egg, finally. Alright. Do we want Broken Memories to return this again? Why do we still have the Broken Memories? Because we consume Broken Memories. Oh, it's because you keep getting it back. Right. Alright. We actually want this because then we play lots of Consume, which gives us lots of Echoes. And then Proclamation on the front one. Energy Siphon so we get it back next turn. And then we play Echo Breaks. So an Echo Break in the middle is a definite. An Echo Break at the back would kill the back one. And then, now we're fine. Alright, let's see what the boss has to do for us. The boss can't be that bad. We play Bounding Echoes. In the middle. Alright, Eternal Kinstone. Should we play that in the middle too? Yes. We could play an Ice Tornado at the bottom. I guess we shall. Oh, but then we can't play the Energy Siphon too. So we won't. We'll play the Energy Siphon. Huh. We can't really guarantee that we play these two unless we play the Energy Siphon first. Which means you don't have extra Energy Siphon next turn. But you know what? It's worth it so that we get Energy Siphon next turn. Alright. The frostbite actually kind of hurts us on that guy, to be fair. Maybe I should not have played it. Alright, anyway, we're already winning, but I like to see how well we can win. And Proclamation dealing you that much damage is a big, nice thing. Alright. And then apply a bunch of melee weakness. And let's do some frostbite. Alright. You did not kill my front guy. Because he only got one attack. 20 damage because of the trial, but we got 400 gold for that 20 damage. I think that's worth it. Do I want these? The Ancient Resonance is powerful, actually. It's better than the Ice Tornadoes for dealing with things in the back. Okay, we're actually going to take that. Ancient Resonance. I definitely do not want to Holdover Preserve. Frenzied Swarm is not too bad. Holdover is maybe annoying on it, though. Do we take Frenzied Swarm so we can apply more Dazed? I don't think I do. We don't need Dazed that often. Every turn? You know, Dazed is pretty good every turn. Maybe we should have taken. So I'm thinking Unstable Vortex. We can't get any use out of the Merchant of Steel. Or we could go Merchant of Magic, which honestly we still kind of need. Yeah, let's go Merchant of Magic. Don't know what we're going to duplicate. Merchant of Magic has another Keepstone. Oh my gosh. Another Keepstone. I don't know if we're going to take yet another Keepstone. We are going to take this. Ooh, apply Reap. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. What do we want that on? I mean, we want that on Proclamation, let's be honest. This is really nice, though. But I think I'm going to take the Lightstone Casing, because we can use it, like, right now to do a Power Stone on Proclamation. Which is really nice. Alright. Let's look in here now. Grant more Reap whenever it's applied. We don't apply Reap very often. Yeah, we don't really apply Reap. Dun Echo, it's far too late for that, so we're just going to reroll here, even though we've got so much money. Okay. Alright. Well, we can get Hardened Hull. We can get Icicle Fracture, which might be nice. We can get Hammered Chestplates, which might be nice. Let's spend our money over here first. So, Keepstone, is there anything? I mean, the Ancient Resonance could have a Keepstone. It's just that so many things would have Keepstones if we did that. We don't need Keepstone on Soul Crushing Guilt. The Ancient Resonance having the Keepstone is probably the best. Alright. Emberstone. Emberstone goes on an Ice Tornado. This one, because we want to actually be able to play it sometimes. Which is going to be very hard. We might not actually play it. Eternal Stone we don't want. Surge Stone. I mean, playing that on an Echo Break might be good. It gives us a different thing that is a consume card to get back. We don't want it on Ancient Resonance because we just added a Keepstone to that. Sure, let's make an Echo Break consume. Emberstone. Emberstone could go on Ancient Resonance, or an Ice Tornado, or a Perfect Insanity. Play it on Ancient Resonance. And then we do buy this, because it has some small use cases for us, and we do purge cards. We're purging Foregone Powers especially, and we could purge one more Foregone Power. I want to remove them because the Icicle Fracture really does not work well with foregone powers. Okay. What in the world are we going to duplicate? Probably not the Ancient Resonance. Don't really want to duplicate another energy siphon. We can't duplicate a unit. Duplicating Proclamation would be weird because it has Holdover. But it's also kind of nice. You know, let's just have even more Holdover. My word. Alright, we're going into the final gauntlet. We can't Divinity Master anything. We're just playing for a crown. I would like a crown. So then, we play Echo right at the top. Done. And you only have 5 shell. We're going to play the Eternal Kinstone up here so you eventually hatch. You have Damage Shield 3, but are we going to take that out right now, I think? I think we take out the Damage Shield 3 kind of immediately. I want to kill you, but to do that I'd have to play Ice Tornado. If we play the Ice Tornado, we can't do much in the center. Still going to do it. We could play the Echo Break in the center to kill this one, and then play Broken Memories to put it on top. Fine. Sure. I don't mind that. Putting things on top is kind of annoying, but it's also fine. So, we did get the Ancient Resonance, which would deal some damage in the middle, but I really wanted to deal damage at the bottom. Let's play the Bounding Echoes at the top to catch you a little bit faster. Let's play the Broken Memories at the bottom. Puts Bounding Echoes on top. Let's play... I want to play more things at the bottom so I can play Ancient Resonance and have it kill that one. That's what I'm going for here. Another Consume card. So now we deal 25 damage, which kills those. Great. This center, we can deal you damage so that you don't deal your 15 damage to us. Then we can play Foregone Power, which discarded the Foregone Power of all things. How sad. Alright, at the top we're taking 15 damage, which is annoying. We might actually want to stop that. We can play the Ancient Resonance at the bottom to kill those. I like that. Kind of also want to play the Perfect Insanity on the boss. So if we're going to do that, we should play... the Energy Siphon. Play the Energy Siphon on you. Then we can play... Well, let's play Bounding Echoes, I guess, next. Then we play this one to deal its damage. And then we play the Perfect Insanity on the boss. And then we've got Proclamations. Which one of those can go here to kill this one. One of those can go here to almost kill this one. And then an Echo Break can go at the top to kill that one. How about that? I feel like we're just crushing everything. Alright, we did get our Perfect Insanity back. We've got so many Holdover cards. Let's do Broken Memories, which gets back an Echo Break, because we want the Echo Break more at this point. Although I think we're going to get back both. Soul Crushing Guilt can hit Seraph here, which is nice. The Proclamation can kill the front one if we want to kill the front one that way. Sure. We can Energy Siphon Seraph. We can Ancient Resonance here, although this is not where I was going to do that. I'm thinking about playing the Perfect Insanity on Seraph, but I think we don't do that? No, let's do that. So, Ancient Resonance here. Then we can do an Echo Break and a Perfect Insanity. Or an Ice Tornado. Nope, can't afford the Ice Tornado. Perfect Insanity. We are taking out Seraph, basically. This one we can't play here. We do want it next turn, so let's play it up here. Oh, it would have been frozen. Right. Could have just had it be frozen. Rather than having to draw it. Alright, Bounding Echoes, we play that in the center. Proclamation, we play one of those in the center. Ancient Resonance, we can play at the bottom to kill that back one. We can play an Echo Break to kill that back one. And then I don't know what we're doing at the top yet. Keep doing this. Just kill all the things in the center. We can play an Energy Siphon on the boss and an Echo Break on you. We could play a Force Contamination on the boss so that you deal a lot of damage right now, but I don't think we want to. We kind of should so that we just make space in our hand. Alright. So, what do we have? We have mainly things that we put on top of our deck, honestly. Let's play the Bounding Echoes in the center. We need more echoes here. Let's play this one at the bottom because we just does get rid of the energy or the spell weakness on the boss, but I just want to kill that one basically. So let's do it. Let's play a Proclamation. You don't die from one Proclamation unless we do Energy Siphon, which we shall. And then we play an Ice Tornado at the bottom. And then we play a Foregone Power here so that we get more echoes again. We're spending our echoes every turn. Part of that is having 2 Proclamations that we can play every turn. Okay, so you do not use up our echoes. Let's play you here this time. After we play something else. Play you first. So now we can play Proclamation, kill that one. And then we could play a Proclamation to kill or almost kill that one. I don't mind the almost kill here, because I want to play this Energy Siphon on the boss twice. We don't get to play Perfect Insanity. We can play the Broken Memories. Play that here too. Get back this Echo Break, I guess. We get back like all the time. I think that's part of my deck that I don't really care for. Might just not play the Consume card as much, but we do get so many echoes from the Consume cards. I don't know. Hard to decide. Ooh, we could play the Perfect Insanity on the boss this turn. We shall. Alright. The boss is almost dead. I mean, most of the boss's life is gone. if we don't play Broken Memories this turn, then we don't get another Echo here, so we don't build all these guys up. I care about building all these guys up. Let's do... Could do Ancient Resonance. Ancient Resonance. Proclamation. Proclamation? You have a bunch of spell weakness right now. I want to do Echo Break on this one, and then Perfect Insanity on the boss, and then more spell weakness for the boss. Okay, I think we know how next turn is going to go. It's going to go very simply. We play a random consume card, which gives us echoes. We play Proclamation, which kills that front one. We play Proclamation, which kills boss. Alright. Next is the Last Divinity. The Last Divinity, our champion is going to die much faster, which means we won't be getting consume cards back. Which may be good or bad, actually. Don't know how much the echoes from the consume cards have been helping us. Because we are going to do this, right? At the top? Yeah. The champion's just not going to last very long. Ooh, Eternal Kinstone is great in the center. I've been playing it at the top because of you, but that means the proclamations are not so bad in the center. Right. Right. We should be doing that all the time. We can also Daze 6 the boss. We need to play one more thing first. Echo Break the boss. I guess we Echo Break the boss, so we can Daze the boss. And then we can also Proclamation the boss. And Foregone Power? Sure. You know what? We're building up these guys. So little happens at the top. Now, we've got an Echo Break, which can kill the back one. I think that's a nice thing to do. Kill the back one. Now, I want to play these Proclamations. I want to play Broken Memories. Yeah, I just don't care about the top at all. Our champion is just going to die. And then, you know, 2 Proclamations is fine. It kills those 2, I guess. Energy Siphon on the boss, though. And then Proclamation, Proclamation. Alright, so all of them are dying in the center, and we do play a Foregone Power because we want to beef up our guys. Alright. We want to be able to kill these. Proclamation does not quite kill the front one right now. Let's do an Energy Siphon on the front one so that it kills the front one. This should definitely be played here. That saves us a lot of health. And then, if we play an Energy Siphon here, we can Proclamation you. And then we could Proclamation the next one. And then we could Broken Memories. Actually, let's play the Perfect Insanity first on the boss. And then we play Broken Memories. Are you dying this turn? Yes, you are. So we don't get Broken Memories back if we play it now. And I kind of want to get back Bounding Echoes with the Broken Memories in the end. So let's wait on Broken Memories. Because I want just more cards in the deck to be infused. Alright, what are we doing now? We are playing the Bounding Echoes. Doesn't affect very much. this turn anyway, but it's going to affect things next turn, right? So we're going to play the Bounding Echoes. We're going to play the Broken Memories. We're going to get back Bounding Echoes for next turn. Now, an Echo Break kills you. And then an Energy Siphon and a Proclamation kills you. A Proclamation doesn't quite kill you, but we still play it. We play the Perfect Insanity on the boss first. And then we play the Proclamation here. Alright. Now, the boss is dying pretty fast. Our plan is to use Perfect Insanity on Chains the Sighted this turn. These cost 0. Forgot about that. Ooh, we can actually play this and affect the Weight of Contrition too. Weight of Contrition and Ice Tornado get affected? Sure. Or we could hold on to it. Let's hold on to it until it affects more than what we have here. So, we need things that give us echoes. There's not many of those, are there? Huh. We don't actually have that many things that give us echoes. We might need to play you anyway, which means we should have played you first. Okay, well, we can play the Proclamations first, because they extract as much as they add. So, Proclamation... And then we just might not be playing Perfect Insanity this turn. That's fine, I guess. So, Energy Siphon, Echo Break, not against the boss. Echo Break here. And then we wait for next turn. Perfect Insanity got frozen, so we get to play it next turn anyway. So, we like to get rid of Vengeful Shard. We would prefer to have lots of echoes. Interesting. How are we going to do this? I think we're going to have to play a Ice Tornado this turn. So I think we should start with that. Actually, let's start with the Proclamation, and then play Ice Tornado. Alright, next, we're going to play this one to kill stuff. So do we play Energy Siphons? The boss, unfortunately, is going to get their spell weakness used up this turn, which is very sad. We could play an Energy Siphon anyway. And then we play Ancient Resonance, and let's play Proclamation again. We like those Proclamations. Okay. I think we need to play Perfect Insanity against the boss. And therefore, maybe I shouldn't be playing the Proclamations as much. But the Proclamations take care of the other things. Okay, at least we play the Proclamations first. Proclamation, and then... I don't get to kill you with that. Let's play the Proclamation first, because we care about our echoes right now. The boss is no longer dazed, by the way, and Soul-Crushing Guilt could do that. Let's play an Energy Siphon on the boss. Let's play... this one now? Or do we play an Echo Break first? Echo Break on you, and then another Echo Break somewhere. Not against the boss, because the boss is going to get more from this. Alright, and then Ancient Resonance, we play it, so we don't get all that Ember Drain. Really didn't want the Ember Drain. And then let's Soul Crushing Guilt the boss, so that the boss stops attacking us. And then I'm kind of sad that we keep using every Echo that we have every turn. But I'm not too sad, because, well, the boss is mostly dead. And our guys have taken very little damage overall. So, this one kills the back one. Bounding Echoes we should have played first. Alright. We can play the Eternal Kinstone, which is great. And then we can play an Energy Siphon on the boss. Let's play Perfect Insanity. We could play it on the boss, or we could play it on this one. I kind of want to play it on this one. And then we can play Proclamation. And then Proclamation, and I think we kill the boss after doing that. Alright, we win. Great. Sadly, no new mastered cards, but I did get another crown. And I like getting the crowns too. We got a lot of artifacts this time. I do like getting tons of artifacts. Win streak increased, but most importantly is that crown. Alright. Well, we didn't make progress in my goals, but I did make progress in, totally completing the game, I guess. We'll do another one next time. Next time we're really going to focus on mastering a card. In this run, I earned a new crown, meaning I have 34 of the 60 crowns. And at the bottom, my list of clan artifacts that I've taken to less than 10 battles goes down by 1. Only 6 of these to go. On the right are the 3 cards I still have left to master. No changes here. On the left, I am featuring Nameless Siren, who was my big attack-heavy minion. She essentially had 3 support minions with her in the center. Bounding Echoes is the 43rd card I've brought to 100 battles where I stopped counting. I find it useful to have one of these in a deck in which I'm heavily relying on Echoes, like the one we just saw. A simple but useful Wurmkin support card. For artifacts, I simply must feature Capricious Reflection, because it sort of defined the run, giving me perhaps too many Keepstones, and saving me a lot of money by already upgrading part of the cards. Icicle Fracture reaches my 10 battle threshold. For how little I've taken this artifact, I do think it can be quite good, and I'm happy to get another clan artifact up to 10 battles. Check out my tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.